Final score, Cowboys win 30-10 over the New York Jets. The Cowboys improve to 2-0 on the season. The Cowboys come out and dominate once again, just like the way they did last week against the New York Giants, but now this week against the New York Jets. It's the Cowboys postgame with yours truly, James Espinosa, host of the Sunday Sports Rush on News Talk KEYS. Just want to come in here, talk some Cowboys with you for the next few minutes. Get your thoughts on the game. Get your thoughts on everything Cowboys. Cowboys 30, Jets 10. It is the post game. As I said, Cowboys are now 2-0. Jets fall to 1-1 on the season. And I'm pretty satisfied with this win. I mean, the Cowboys, looking at the final stats here, 4 total takeaways, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. 3 interceptions. Curse, Diggs, Hooker. Micah had the fumble recovery. Should have been a touchdown, in my opinion. This is a rule that Anthony Gonzalez brought up whenever he was chit-chatting with me on Facebook. If the person who downs the player with the ball doesn't knowingly down you, it shouldn't count. How does that count as a tackle when the guy doesn't even know that he downed you? Micah Parsons should have had a touchdown on that fumble recovery. That's just one of those stupid, quirky rules that the NFL has. Things that concerned me about the Cowboys in this game. And I'm just going to cut straight through the BS and I'm going to get right to what it was, okay? The Cowboys in the red zone. 2 of 6 in the red zone. 2 of 6 in the red zone with scoring touchdowns. Against a team with a more prolific offense, against a team that, let's just face facts, has a better quarterback. That's not going to cut it, man. You can have the best defense in the world. You can have all the time of possession in the world. But if you're not converting opportunities into 6 points consistently, it's not going to be a winning recipe for the Cowboys in the long term. 2 of 6 in the red zone is not going to cut it if you're the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys did put up 248 yards passing. Dak Prescott, of course, 31 of 28, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I detailed it in the halftime chat that Dak Prescott probably should have had 1 interception. Sauce Gardner should have got him on that one, but he didn't. Luckily for Dak, that went in his favor. The rushing attack for the Cowboys, 134 total yards. Tony Pollard had 25 carries for 72 yards. I like that. I like what Tony Pollard did tonight. And if you have any comments, have any concerns, anything that you saw, any observations that you have that I haven't detailed, please let me know in the comments and I will make sure to get to them. We got Aaron in here. Aaron says, let's go Cowboys. This defense is looking really legit. We run New Jersey. Funny one right there. Shout out to Aaron Ball. Awesome guy right there. Appreciate all the support, Aaron. Yeah, the Cowboys run New York. Cowboys run New Jersey. Wherever the hell that team plays, that's what the Cowboys run. Husto's in here. Another good game, but not a great performance. I'm going to disagree with you right there, Husto. Winning games by double digits in the NFL is very difficult. Putting up 70 combined points in 2 weeks is pretty impressive. Leading the league in takeaways is pretty damn impressive. The Cowboys lead the league in takeaways with 7 through 2 weeks, already picking up where they left off. I'm going to say that's a great performance. Are there things to work on for the Dallas Cowboys? Of course there are. There always will be. This team is not a final product by any means. But to not call a performance great, I think that's a little bit unfair. Could they have played better? Yes, they could have. All right, they could have. And Husto's back in here. He says they could have played a lot better than last week. Yeah, they could have played a lot better, but they faced a better team this week in the New York Jets. In case you didn't know, the New York Giants are absolute dog crap. The New York Jets actually are pretty formidable, at least their defense is. And if this was a New York Jets team with Aaron Rodgers, this is probably a closer game. But Zach Wilson is what he is. He's a turnover machine. He's a guy who can't even sense pressure when it's coming in the pocket. And you saw it tonight. Zach Wilson was sacked several times. Let me get that number for you real quickly. Zach Wilson sacked 3 times by the Cowboys, and Micah Parsons was in on those. So, yeah, Cowboys can improve. Red zone, red zone, red zone, red zone, red zone. You cannot settle for 3 points and not pick up 6 when you're driving the ball consistently. The Cowboys were able to move the ball all freaking night long on the Jets. All night long. Drives of 75, drives of 78, drives of 72. The Cowboys had it, man. The Cowboys offense was moving collectively moving great. It's just finishing in the red zone is a big concern. 12-play touchdown drive, 13-play touchdown drive. And then, of course, 12 plays, 6. They had it, man. Cowboys were moving it. Aaron's in here. He says TJ Bass was pretty legit at left guard. Definitely has a future on this team. Yeah, TJ played pretty well. Chuma Odoga got hurt. Not good, but TJ seemed to fill in well. And then I don't know if you guys heard at the end of the broadcast, but Nance brought up the fact that Zach Martin left the game with an ankle injury. Pretty concerning. Pretty concerning considering the state of the offensive line. Tyler Smith's already out. Udoga's out. Zach Martin, that's going to be scary if they have to miss Zach Martin. Thankfully, the Cowboys play an Arizona Cardinals team next week. That's, let's just face facts, not that great. So Cowboys might be lucky in the fact that they play the Cardinals next week and possibly could sit out Zach Martin, knowing that they have a team that's inferior to them. So final score, Cowboys 30, Jets 10. I see some people out there on Twitter, on Facebook, on any social media platform, and they're already crapping on the offense. And I said the red zone has to be better. It does, and that's a fact. But they're crapping on the fact that Dak Prescott ain't throwing for 300 yards, that the Cowboys ain't getting big chunk plays. And I just think that's a product of the new offense and what Mike McCarthy's trying to do. Mike McCarthy's trying to move the ball methodically. Dak Prescott, 1-2 reads. If it's not there, he's dumping down or he's running with his legs. You saw it all night long. Tony Romo even praised Dak Prescott for doing that. First hitch, second hitch, not there, dump it or run. That is the offense, in effect. You're going to see some chunk plays every now and then, which the Cowboys did have some chunk plays today, but it's not going to be like Kellen Moore where they're just, throwing downfield for the sake of throwing downfield. There's an actual plan behind the attack from Mike McCarthy, and that is what I like the most about this new Mike McCarthy offense. I see you guys in here. Daniel's in here. He said apparently Zach Martin already had a hurt groin. Most likely he's out next week. Okay, well then there we go. See, Daniel's weighing in with that. Hopefully Zach Martin can, come back from that. I mean, I would like for him to play next week, but if he has to sit out a game, rather sit out now against a weak Cardinals team than potentially miss weeks worth of games when, of course, the season progresses and gets more crucial down the line. Jerry says, great job, still room for improvement, still keep stacking wins, and on to the next one. Yeah, keep stacking wins. I tell this to my radio audience all the time. I tell this to my friends, my family members all the time. At the end of the season, when it's all said and done, they're going to ask not how, but they're going to ask how many do you have? How many wins do you have? You're not necessarily going to look back on week 2 and say, well, the Cowboys didn't do this, this, and that. They're going to ask, did the Cowboys beat the Jets? The answer is going to be yes. Did the Cowboys beat the Giants? The answer is going to be yes. That's 2 wins. At the end of the season, they ask how many, not exactly how it happened. Just think about that right there, okay? Stack wins, move on, always can improve on that. Aaron's in here, said, yeah, let Big Zach rest like we did Cooks. We need for the long haul. Of course, man, of course. The season ain't won in 2 weeks. It's not going to be won next week against Arizona. It's just not, all right? Gotta get guys healthy when they can. So if y'all guys have any comments, make sure to get them in on the chat right here, and I'll do my best to answer them. But final score, Cowboys 30, Jets 10. The Cowboys defense was outstanding once again. They really turned it on in the second half. Put the pressure on Wilson, forced turnovers galore, loved the Curse interception, and the Curse interception was aided by the fact that Micah Parsons is a damn animal out there. And he lined up over center, rushed up the middle, untouched, forced Wilson out of the pocket rolling right. Wilson in a panic because he doesn't know what to do. He could barely even throw from inside the pocket. Imagine him throwing outside the pocket. Got out there, tried to make a play, bam, intercepted by Curse. Tried to test Trayvon Diggs, bam, intercepted by Curse. Diggs did get burned, though, by Wilson on that one play, but thankfully Malik Hooker was playing center field and just kind of slid coverage that way and intercepted it. 4 total turnovers today. 4 total turnovers, 7 total on the season. The Cowboys lead the league in takeaways. Frank's in here.
How do you feel about the recent comparison of Parsons to Lawrence Taylor? That's a good question, Frank. That's a great question. So I only know Lawrence Taylor through the history books, right? Through the clips that I've seen of him. I only know him through that, right? So I can't accurately say if Micah Parsons is Lawrence Taylor, but he's in the realm. I mean, he's up there. He's this generation's Lawrence Taylor, I guess you could say. I mean, it's just hard for me to say that he is Lawrence Taylor without me actually having seen Lawrence Taylor live in person. And I feel like the clips sometimes don't do it justice without seeing a game in its full context, if you know what I mean. But Michael Parsons is definitely the best defensive player in the league, in my opinion, and I think in a lot of people's opinions. And he showed it out there today, and he's been showing it for these last 2 games. Defensive Player of the Year, I think, is in line eventually for Michael Parsons. Let's see if y'all guys got any more in here. Anyone going to emerge as a clear-cut number 2 receiver? Today, that's a good question, Daniel. Well, Cooks was out, and I think Cooks is that guy. And we saw Gallup, and I'm looking at the stats right now. Gallup, for receiving, 1 reception, 3 yards. Second leading receiver on the team was Tony Pollard, 7 catches, 37 yards. But we know Tony's the running back receiver. You know, he's a weapon. Jalen Tolbert had 3 for 18. So, I mean, I think Cooks is going to be that guy. And then I think Tolbert and, of course, Gallup will be fighting for 3. But we got to see what happens with Cooks, right? If he doesn't play next week, you're going to need one of either Tolbert or Gallup to eventually step up and maybe take, you know, some more accountability in the offense. Frank says, appreciate the response. Stay grinding, brother. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate that as well, man. So, yeah, final score, Cowboys 30, Jets 10. Of course, guys, make sure, man, try to follow my YouTube page, Sports Rush Media. Would appreciate that if y'all search Sports Rush Media on YouTube and just give me a follow. Support. That'd be much appreciated. Cowboys 30, Jets 10. If anybody has anything else, get them in. About another couple of minutes left of me just rambling. Another thing that I really did like tonight was the fact that, I thought that Dak Prescott, I'm not trying to say anything negative about Dak Prescott because I don't think it's warranted tonight, minus that one throw that should have been intercepted. But I just like the fact that Dak is being a little bit more calculated with some of the risk he's taking. And I think that's what we're going to see for the majority of the season. Yet to throw an interception, had a couple of touchdown passes tonight, of course. So always nice to see Dak have a nice, efficient game, 31 of 38, 255, 2 touchdowns, no interception. So anytime you can keep that interception total down, it's a great night. Anytime the Cowboys can have 40 minutes of possession, it's a great freaking night. Let's see. Brian Greenwood. What's up, Brian? Speaking of Tolbert, did you customize his jersey? Oh, are you talking about the jersey I'm wearing right now, Brian? No, I did not customize his jersey. Let me see this real quick. Because I think Tolbert, if I'm not mistaken, I get the numbers confused with the guys, right? He's number 18. No, Brian, this is actually an old school Terrell Owens jersey. I'm repping a T.O. jersey right now from way back in the day. This is Terrell Owens, number 81. Yeah, it's not number 18. It's Terrell Owens. Aaron, definitely got to collab soon on some Cowboys and Longhorns talk. Bring it, my guy. I'm always here. You know that. Hit me up. I'm willing to join you and Shane on your stuff, or maybe have you come on my channel. Would love that, dude. Let's get it. All right. Final. Cowboys 30. Jets 10. Cowboys defense whips ass again. The offense is efficient again. And man, it feels good to be 2-0. 2-0. Yes, Brian, it is a T.O. jersey. T.O. I don't have Tolbert, man. I mean, it would be cool to have a Tolbert jersey. I just don't have one. And I don't even know if they sell them. And like you said, it probably has to be customizable. So, but yeah, there we go. Final score. Appreciate y'all guys. Love you guys. I got to get going. Cowboys content to come throughout the week. Thanks for the support. Thanks. If you listen to my radio show, appreciate you. If you watch these videos, appreciate you. Subscribe to the YouTube Sports Rush Media. Love you guys. Cowboys win. Victory Monday tomorrow. Celebrate tonight. Have a good one. Last question. Who still do you think Cook being injured affected the offense? No, I did not. Did not think so. The Cowboys moved the ball up and down effectively on the Jets defense. If anything, when Cook comes back, the offense will be even more improved with more of a deep threat dynamic because Cook could take the top off of the defense. So there we go. That's it. I got to go. Love you guys. Have a great night. Go Cowboys.